Indianapolis, Indiana. I was driving down the road around 10:10 to 30 at night on August 22, 2016. I saw this bright red light in the sky, and I just figured it was a plane or something along those lines. The light then began to blink and move around. I started paying much more attention to the light rather than the road. Next thing I know, I wake up in my car parked in a parking lot near my house, and it's after 12 a.m. I have no idea what had happened or even how I got there, but I felt scared at first. I came home and realized I felt achy and my back really hurt, but nothing severe. I don't feel unsafe or harmed, but I do feel a little bit off. I know I don't feel off as in I'm not myself. I feel off as in I feel more like myself again. I'm hoping that over time I will start to remember bits and pieces, but as of right now I'm not really sure what happened.
I was picking my husband up from work at 10:30 p.m. on Sunday, September 4, 2016. On the way home, we both noticed 3 glowing white orbs hovering over US 31 near I-475. The objects were in a perfect equilateral triangle formation, with 2 objects on top, and 1 on bottom, which was significantly dimmer. We could tell immediately that the objects were not helicopters, planes, or anything we are familiar with, and in fact we saw a low-flying aircraft in the area at the time of the sighting. It was absolutely stunning. The objects moved extremely slowly, not breaking formation, hovering, but not fixed in the sky. We drove home, keeping the objects in sight, and called my mother outside to check them out. She was also amazed. We watched the orbs for approximately 2 hours before eventually retiring to bed. When I awoke at 4 a.m., the objects were gone.
The 26th of January 2017, 12 a.m. Indianapolis, Indiana. I first saw the saucer from very far away. A friend and I felt certain that's what it was. It was moving so strangely and quickly and also was casting a bright beam, which is what got my attention in the first place. Once we got to my house and got out of the car, all 4 of us saw it again right above us, it seemed like. It was huge. I can't express how big it was. It made a very quiet whirling type sound, and it moved away quickly, like so fast that when I ran inside my house to go out on the porch to see it, and it was past the tree line already. I don't know how it moved so fast, but none of us could deny what it was. It was clear as day.
The 26th of January 2017, 12 a.m. Indianapolis, Indiana. I got out of a car and heard this extremely weird noise. The sound was nothing like I've heard before. My friend then screamed and said she saw something weird in the sky. I looked and there was a saucer, and it had weird different flashing lights and produced a blue aura around it. I was 3 other people and no one could deny what they saw. It moved so quickly and didn't look like a plane at all.
The 26th of January 2017, 12 a.m. Indianapolis, Indiana. I was with friends driving home late at night when one of us noticed the disc-like object flying rather quickly in a downward diagonal direction. It was sort of far away, and though we followed it a bit with a car, we couldn't be sure what it was, but we felt like it had to be a UFO. When arriving home, my 2 friends sitting in the back seat both felt a presence behind them but saw no one when they instinctively turned towards it. We decide to rush inside when all of a sudden we see the saucer again, much closer this time. It was clearly a disc-like shape with flashing blue and white lights and a quiet machine sound barely louder than the strong wind we were also hearing. We all dropped the bags we were carrying to run towards the street to get a better view, but it was already descending diagonally downwards fast, and it quickly fell below the tree level in less than 15 seconds. Because it was so fast, barely anyone could pull out something to record with, but somehow one of us already had our phones out and took a very unclear video. We have heard the noise again but haven't looked because we are scared.
The 18th of February 2017, 12 a.m. Someone please get a hold of me. I have crazy videos and crazy things are going on around the south side of Indianapolis, Indiana. Phone number removed. Please get back with me. No joke, my pops and my daughter want to know what we saw. If anyone can please help. My name is Robert. I love to watch the stars at night, and lately I have been witnessing very awesome things in the day and night sky. It's no wonder truth is stranger than fiction. Fiction has to make sense, right?
The 10th of April 2017, 5 p.m. Indianapolis, Indiana. I had just dropped my son's girlfriend off at work at 25th and Post Road. I was heading south on Post Road, heading back home. I'm looking at the clouds, wondering if it was going to rain, when I saw a bright light come shooting out of a cloud. It was flashing rapidly. Told my daughter to look at that and asked her if she knew what it was, and she said she didn't know either. It went into another cloud some distance away. Planes don't go that fast. It was heading southeast. I didn't see it come out of the other cloud.
The 15th of May 2017, 4:15 a.m. Indianapolis, Indiana. I've been in this object numerous times since I was 17. It only happens to me when I'm sleeping alone in my room. I sleep on the couch to avoid this. What they've done to me, I'm not proud of. How anything, human or not, could do the things they did to me is beyond my comprehension. Since my grandson is typing this for me, I'm not going to blurt it out. Use your imagination. It was never up the stairs. It was always on the bottom floor on a table. I'll be glad when they start leaving me alone. I'm almost 65.
The 20th of June 2017, Indianapolis, Indiana. My daughter-in-law and I went for a late dinner at a deli at around 7:30 p.m. and ate on the patio outside. The day had been beautiful and cloudless, but a cloud front moved in, and the leading edge of the cloud front was gorgeous and illuminated from the sun. So it really had my full attention. I was facing to the south, and my daughter-in-law, S, was facing to the north. The clouds were coming in from the west. I noticed an extremely bright, round, silvery shining object floating upward above a few stray clouds to the north. It moved pretty slowly upward and ascended so far up that I lost sight of it. Then, I saw a second one of the same variety, only it was ahead of the stray clouds, and it moved westward and then upward behind the clouds. By this time I knew what I was looking at. No way was this a plane. After a few minutes, the one in the clouds reappeared, and I asked S to look at it. We both watched it quickly change directions from moving upward to moving east, and then a second one appeared at the same time, floating upwards. Aside from the quick changes in direction, they were moving smoothly and fairly slowly till we lost sight of them. A commercial plane flew by in nearly the same area. It was pretty high up, but I imagine that the pilots would have been able to see them as well. S began considering a logical explanation, maybe drones, which I entertained as a possibility. And then I saw a fifth one of the same moving much lower, and then it quickly changed direction and disappeared as it ascended out of sight. I have no doubt that these were not drones. The incoming cloud front changed shape at the edges and took on the form of an alligator, so I snapped a few photos. It wasn't till I uploaded the photos to my MacBook that I saw the large neon green disc hovering above a nearby building. I took the second photo right after the first, and the disc had moved a good distance away in such a short period of time.
The 16th of September 2016, 5:16 p.m. Indianapolis, Indiana. I was granted with the power to create equations. I have over 5 equations never before solved by anyone but me. It is very hard to talk about because of the benefits it creates. I do not wish to upload my work, but rather show intelligence of some sort that could help. I developed an equation for cures that also cannot fail with this known knowledge. The UFO was about 10 inches all the way around. It was in a tree that I liked. In fact, that tree became my favorite tree before I spotted it, and it went incognito. This tree was very unique, as it was the first time I had seen a tree so beautiful. The leaves were red-brown and dark red. The tree would mentally speak to me. I can only suggest that maybe that alien was helping my mental state. I was erased from stress. Disbelief had never stood a chance. I really need to show someone my work. The periodic table of elements also can be used in this math. It allows us to create new combined elements with properties not yet utilized because the equations has only been solved by me. I need help. Any mathematical god will understand. This will change the world. I cannot upload pictures of my work because it is new and can be solved by others, and I want to be one with my work. Not abandon it or watch people do horrible things with my knowledge. I am also ambidextrous and can practice any instruments, lefty or righty. I am an artist, visual and audio influenced. I can write with both hands, and I am connected with my spiritual self. I am a chef. I can do anything. I even can throw and shoot basketballs and footballs with both hands. I can kick a multi-sided rock in a straight line. I can see where these extraterrestrials being are headed. IDK how important my role is, but I'm a Native American bloodline mixed with other ethnicities. I understand that Native people have always had a certain level of spiritual strength. I am hoping I can meet with someone. My life hasn't been the same. I meet two blonde-headed females that looked nearly like when I was an Uber driver. The energy prescience was not like any ever. I do not know if they are high intelligence, but I could immediately hear and feel their actions. Telepathy style. I felt a form of mind control. I dropped them off, and that was that. This description is clearly for my math provided by my first 30 feet away UFO sighting. That's how I came up with these equations.